Hi Best Buds, it's Cathy with Cathy's Garden, and I'm so happy that you've joined me today. Today I'm going to use my medium-size December bundle from 1924 Linens and More to accent my project here. 1924 Linens and More offers 2 locations to purchase their vintage products. For a subscription, you can use the .com location, and for a one-time purchase, use their Etsy link. It'll all be down below. So what I have done here is I have created an envelope flip type junk journal, I shall call it. And I used a large envelope, and I took my large envelope and I folded it in half, and I covered it with some beautiful papers. Now, the papers that I'm using are from Medieval Mirage. So even the little pieces of ephemera are from there. All the digitals are from Medieval Mirage. I'll have that link down below. So I've covered it, at least part of it. Here's the opening of the envelope. I did coffee dye that envelope. I added another little flip envelope right here. I put in one of our little bags that we decorated and a couple of videos ago. Here's one of the little tags from Medieval Mirage. I just popped it right in there. And I backed it with a piece of coffee dyed paper. And I have a very small signature here of some of the pages from Medieval Mirage. And I coffee dyed the back, and I put 2 dangles right there in the center of the signature. So that's how the little signature looks in this project. Then I added a glassine envelope. Doesn't that sound wonderful? I coffee dyed just a bit of it. I just kind of splattered it. I just added it I like the fact that it was kind of see-through-y and it had that wonderful sound. Now, I have another little envelope, and what I've done is I folded it so it had just a little bit of a spine here. My thought process was that this will be my closure to my project here. And then it also will be a flip out, and then it flips out once again like this, and then it flips out again. Also, I thought another little small journal would be wonderful in that large pocket there. So let's open my December subscription. Now this is a medium bundle, and I haven't opened it up yet. I don't know, maybe some of you got your December bundle and things have been so busy that maybe you haven't had a chance to work with your bundle yet. I decided, because it's after Christmas, that I would use the blues, because I knew that there were going to be blues coming in this one. I would use the blues and maybe even some pink to decorate my project here. So let's get into this and see what we have. Oh, it's beautiful. Just gorgeous, isn't it? We've got a little bit of needlework here. We have a nice little piece of material. I'm going to just lift it off like that. Got another nice little piece. We've got our Santa. Now I'm going to set the Christmassy things over to the side because I'm pulling out things that will go with my colors that I'm using here. Now, let me bring in my tray. I have printed out more pieces from the digital Medieval Mirage, and so there are other colors that will work with this blue. So I'm keeping this in mind as I'm going to go through the bundle here. So this is a yes. And a yes. Oh my goodness, this blue is wonderful. You know, Valentine's Day, that would be perfect. Make a heart out of that. Even do a little embroidery on it. That would be wonderful for Valentine's Day. So I'm going to set these aside. I'm going to have 3 piles. I'm going to have definitely Christmas, what I can use for Valentine's, and then what I want to use for my project today, or maybe think about using for my project today. I'm going to put this over here, even though it's kind of, you know, busy. I think I might be able to make it work. Definitely all of these blues. Oh, look at that. Okay, Valentine's. I think, well, they're not trees. But it does kind of give you the illusion of having trees. So I'm going to put this in my Christmas pile, my blue pile. Oh, these are so pretty. Oh, look at this. Kind of a mesh. Green. Green could go in my pile with the blue. We have a napkin here. Isn't that lovely? I'm going to put that in my Christmas pile. And I've got another bundle. Now, I'm a little confused. Maybe I got 2 bundles, because this isn't just 1 bundle. This must be 2 bundles. I have some beads here. Look at that. A little bit more of the lace work. Okay, I'm going to put that over here. That's lovely. Oh, I love that flower. This is definitely, we can use that for Christmas, even though it's gold circles. This was Christmas. And oh gosh, that is a beautiful pink velveteen, maybe is what it is. I'm not very good at calling what these things are called, but it's not exactly velvet. It's velvet, but it's not like exactly velvet, so I don't know. Maybe. That may be going in there, and that may be going over there. Definitely over there. Now this is holly and a poinsettia, so this is Christmas. That's my Christmas pile. Look at those 2 combinations together, that beautiful pink and that green. Oh my goodness, that's wonderful. I'm actually going to put the green over here with my pile. This has a Christmas holly down here, but you could cut that off and use this part for Valentine's, but I'm going to set it in my Christmas. This one here, what are these pictures of? Flowers, and that looks like a cherry. It kind of looks like an apple. I'll put this over here, and then this one. Oh, look at that. Now, isn't that interesting? That is some stitching work. Okay, we'll put that here. Here. I think you could use that just about any time. I look at that and I think more fall. And then this one. All right, so now let's get back to our project. Now we've got our things here. Now, remember I said I have a envelope here that I want to use for my closure. So let's talk about what can we put on here that will work for my closure and how this is all going to come together. So I'm looking at my digitals here. That definitely would go. And seeing what I have here, that would be pretty on there. I like that one too. This one, I could cut to fit, but I'm going to save it. I'm going to save that. That's an interesting idea. I could use something like that. I'm going to save that. That's pretty too. Okay, that's over there. I think I might have what I'm looking for. These are taller pieces. That would work too, but I think I want something that would pop more right here on this envelope. All right, so let's go back to this. And remember that flower? I wonder if, let me move this over to the side a little bit, get a little bit more room. We just have to kind of navigate how this might work. Ooh, remember this piece? We could possibly put this piece here and then pop this one on. That's interesting. Let me look at these blues here. This is kind of a gray blue. This is green. This is the net. So this is definitely a process video where I'm taking you through my process of what I go through to select my items to place onto my projects. So I'm not sure if maybe this is a type of video that you like. A lot of people love this type of video. Other people don't like it at all. So it's a matter of personal preference whether or not you want to hang with me. You know what? I could have that come over like that. And I wouldn't have to necessarily have it end at the end of the envelope. I could actually have it. That is getting interesting. I love this. I think this goes really well with the digitals here. I think that is really, could take that away, but there's something about this. Now remember, I got this piece too. Can even put that there. All right. I really, really like this piece on this envelope. And if I wrap it around, I could cut the envelope flap off a little bit and go ahead and wrap it completely around my journal. So I am going to use this as my front, I think. Now that I said that, it's like, I think it's the right size. I like the triangle size, a rectangle, not triangle, the rectangle size to it. I think it's really good for that. Now, moving this off, I'm going to address how I want to put this on. Which is right and which is wrong. I think underneath is the front and this is the back. And if I glue it down like this, then I would just need to cut off a little bit of this flap, right? So let me go ahead and do that. I want to do it a little straighter than I marked it. So, well, it's pretty good. Not bad, not bad at all. Let's give that a cut. All right, hopefully that is what I want. Just checking to make sure. Now, I want to do something else. I want to check something else. I want to check, there's a pocket right here, guys. I want to check to make sure that when I put all of this on here, it's going to still enable me or allow me to do some type of closure. I love that. I think that looks fantastic on there. Alrighty, so I'm going to get this stuck on here. Do I want to use, what kind of glue do I want to use? Fabric tack? Or do I want to use, I guess I better use fabric tack. Or maybe even, I'm over here digging in my glues, trying to figure out, not that one, not this. Oh, good heavens, where did I put it? Here it is. The tacky glue. I don't have that much left in it though. I don't know if I have any more extra up in my storage. I don't know. Do you hear my dog snoring? I even put my white noise machine on because he is snoring so very badly. I mean, seriously, he is snoring. All right, I think let's just see if we can get this on here, and it's going to take a moment. So let me get this glue to come out and put it where I want it, and then I'll come right back. I've got my glue all on, and I'm going to place this following the work here on the piece of fabric. I'm going to lay it down. I'm seeing if I can keep it square as possible right here, and then press it on down. All right, now I am actually going to let this dry before I continue. So I'm going to get this dry, and then I'll be right back. All right, I'm having that piece dry, or it's drying, I should say. So that envelope's going to wrap around here. This is the front cover. There's my large pocket. So now we're inside, and I was thinking maybe we should make a pocket with a fabric. This would be a beautiful pocket right here on the front, or we could choose one of the heavier type fabrics. We have quite a few blues to choose from. That's a gorgeous blue with that paper. Just gorgeous. So I'm not sure, do I want something heavy, or maybe I want something light? I'm kind of leaning towards this right here. I think this is wonderful. Now there's a finished edge here. I could actually use it to my advantage and use it as the top of my pocket, and then that way it wouldn't fray, or it would be and also would be a little stronger, so that you would be able to get your items in and out. Wouldn't that look lovely there, like that? I think so. Also, remember those little pieces that we got when the bundle was tied together? This would also be a lovely addition to our pocket by gluing something like that down. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to actually bring in my hot glue gun, and I'm going to move my pieces. That's the piece we're going to use for the cover. And I'm going to move my little pencils and things out of the way, and I'm going to bring in my glue gun. Now I keep my glue gun in a plastic tray. I cover it with foil, and then when the foil gets icky, I just change it out. It's a Sure Bonder. It's high temp, and it has this little type of point to it. How high up do I want my pocket to be? That's something else I need to ask myself. I'm looking for my ruler. Here it is. And let's see. That's 3 inches. And this little, I'm reaching for one of my smaller tags. There's nothing wrong with 3 inches. I kind of want to show this net. I really like how that looks against the print and even against the bag over here. So let's mark 3 inches up. So I'm just going to take my ruler, and I'm going to make a mark here, and then 3 inches up, and let's make another little mark like that. That way I know where I can start my glue, and it will be fairly even on both sides. So using my hot glue, I'm not going to put it right in the fold area. Here's the fold. You want to keep it out just a small distance from your fold, because you don't want anything to be binding. So before I do that, I got to get this in place. Using hot glue, you have to be ready to add your item. Whatever your item is, you need to be ready to add it as you go, because it dries so quickly that you will just be left with a blob that is dry, and then nothing's on top of it. So maybe something like that. So I'm ready now, and I'm going to add my glue straight down, and I'm going to just lay my fabric right on there. I have my stick somewhere, but maybe this will work. Need to find my silicone stick. Here it is. Right here. I can't tell you where it was purchased from, and it says NICPRO. That's what it says on it. It was a gift from a subscriber. I appreciate it so very much. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this side next, because I'm going to pull this. Since it's a net, it's kind of stretchy, and I'm going to pull it tight. I don't want my pocket to be sagging, shall we say. We don't want a sagging pocket. So I'm just using this to help me get my glue really placed into my fabric, or pushed into my fabric, so that it's nice and flat and that it's actually gluing my fabric. There we go. Wonderful. Now all I'll need to do is trim off my fabric to make my pocket. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll be right back. Okay, that is a lovely pocket that we've now made with our net. So now let's see, what else can we do here as we're waiting for our piece to dry? We could actually put a flip in here. We could do a fabric flip, or we could do a, look at that nice piece. It's folded over, so it's nice and firm. That could be a great piece for the top and have it be a flip. Do I have anything else like that? I'm just pulling all these in just to kind of look and see. I have lots of nice things here. Do I have any green on this page? No, but I have that pink. Got this pink right here. That's almost the right size. Got this too. All right, we're just looking and see what, you're looking through what you have and seeing how it's going to work for you, how you can make it work in your project. So now I love that color. I love these two colors with this page. I think that looks great. This might even really work well with this page right here. So, and I think I would like to stagger it. Like, what I mean is, I love that print on there. Can you see that it has that lovely print? Maybe stagger it like that for a flip. Something like that. I'm sorry, the shadow. You know, not have all of it. Maybe something like that. I'll put this one on the bottom because this one's so very heavy looking, and turn it so I get more of these colors. So maybe something like this. I like how that's frayed. And then have it maybe something like this. And we could actually put our little piece that we got either at the top or right there in the middle. Or there is a piece of, there's this digital here. Oh, look at that. That might be a good idea. What even may be a really good idea is to do like a waterfall on both sides. Where's the end of my pocket? Is the bag is right there. Yeah, we could do a little waterfall type piece there. We could even add it on, or we could, Or there's even more options. There's lots and lots of options. Look at this dark color. That's almost the right size. Oh, I like this dark. I was thinking of turning it sideways, but I'm not sure how that would be. Turning it like this maybe and adding the little piece. Of course, you would have to cut it a little bit. You could even make another pocket by doing this and making this be a pocket. I kind of like that, to make this into a pocket. So what I'm going to need to do is I need to cut off a little bit more fabric from my piece here. My piece is approximately 4.5. So if I make it 4 1/4, that might be enough. Or I could have more of a see the coffee dyed paper a little more and make a smaller type pocket and make it 4 inches. Is that going to show enough? 3 3/4. Maybe 3 3/4. I better write that down. 3 3/4. Yeah, because by the time I get this all cleared off and cut it, I'm liable to forget what I said. So put this here. Is this even close to being straight? It is. So let's give it a little fray. And this needs to be straightened up. Well, they both sides need to be straightened a little bit. This one definitely does. So I don't know if I can do that marking it with a pencil. I don't think so. I don't think I'll be able to see this pen, but I'll try. Yeah, I need one of the, oh, I can see it just fine. All right, now let's give this a cut. This actually has a, as I pick it up, it's like iridescent. It turns kind of a green when I turn it. So, such a beautiful piece of fabric here. Now I'm going to trim this one. I'll just use that line right there to trim. Is that a, no, I thought it was a salvage in, but it's not. I think that's the word I want to use. Okay. Alrighty. Now it goes this way. What are we at now? We're at 4 3/8 or 7/16. I want to be 3 3/4, so that's right here. And then that's right here. Okay, and then let's go ahead and I better turn it so I'm not looking at a shadow. I have a small little light onto my left here, and sometimes it casts a shadow. And I have to be careful of that. Now let me look and see, is that correct? Yes, that is. It's straight even though it doesn't look straight. And then I'm going to cut this. All right. All right, so we've got that cut. I'm trying to debate. I think I'll save that. I'm going to bring in our little piece we're working on. And if we put it like this, this also could become a belly band. We could use it in a different way and it could become a belly band. I don't have another one. I have another one of these, but it's not in my bundle. But I think I'm going to get it because I can put this here and another one up here, glue the fabric down, and we're going to have a belly band. That's what we're going to do. Let me grab it. There we are. Oh, I love it. I just really think that looks great. So I'm going to glue this down and then we'll move on. All right, I have it all in place, and I thought this would be lovely for the belly band. Maybe something like that, or I do have more items that I could stick in there. Let's see, they're over here on the side. I've been thinking about getting a new table. This one is like a vanity, and it has an up and down, like on either side is higher than this center section. And I've been thinking maybe I need to get a table that's, oh, this is what I need to do. I'm going to fold it this way, and then I can see how it's going to look. Then I can fold it the other way. The table would, I think I would be able to lay things out maybe a little better. So I've been thinking about that. All right. I love that. I think that looks fantastic in there. It sticks out a little bit. I could change it out. It's all good. So what I have here is I have our piece, and it's all nice and dried. Lovely. Let's go back to our front and let's work on that for a little bit. I'm extremely happy with how that looks on the front cover. I chose this piece to be here, and I really want this pattern. Can you see that pattern? I really want that pattern to show. So that's why I didn't want to get too big of a piece. Now I'm even questioning if that piece is too big of a piece to go right there in front. But let's glue this on. We can address that in a little bit. I haven't changed my mind about how I need this to glue on. I need it to glue on like this. Now it's it's crooked, but is that going to bother me? Do I need to straighten that out? Well, if I straighten it out, it's going to bring it in about right there. I'm thinking I might want to straighten that out. So if I do so, I'll get my ruler, and I know a lot of people that doesn't bother, but I love it when other people make things messy, and then I try to do it, and I never can seem to allow myself to be too awful messy. There's a few things I can be messy about, but sometimes I just can't be that messy. All right, I went ahead and I trimmed it. So now let's bring our piece back in. And this looks like this so far. We've got our belly band. I love that. And we're going to add our flip that's going to turn into our closure. Yeah, I like that much better. Yeah, that's definitely something that I'm glad I did. So, do I want to add just glue on my paper part and let the other be, yeah. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue my paper, and I have to think about this as well, because this, I don't want to glue my folds, because this is my spine. And do I want it positioned to be fairly even? Yeah, I do. So this is how I'm going to do it. I'm actually going to use my art glitter glue, and I'm going to, see right here, this fold, I want to not put glue on that fold. Part of me talking so much is also telling myself, remember, this is the fold, don't put glue there. Oh my goodness. Okay, so adding my glue. I'm adding quite a bit because needs to really stay put. And I've got my crease on the fold, and I'm going to add this on here. It's got to fold up like this. Straight up and down. Get a little piece of paper towel. Now let's look at how it's looking on this side. Perfect. Okay, I'm very happy with that. Just a little tiny bit of glue is coming out right there. That's fine. It'll dry clear. Now, tacking these sides down, I think I will use my tacky glue. It's working very well with this fabric. And I'm going to add my tacky glue onto my fabric, directly on, like that. And then tack it down. I'm going to do the same thing over here. Okay. And I need to press it down now. Turning it over so I can press it down. Lovely. Very nice. Very, very nice. I'm going to let that dry. Okay, guys, so I'm going to get that dried. All right, so I've got the piece back, and it is all dry. Now, I'm thinking about the closure. Remember the fabric that was tied around the bundles? There was a red one and there was a blue one. I took the blue one and I just chose to sew down the center just for some added interest. You wouldn't have to do that at all, especially if you don't have a machine. But I am thinking that for the closure, because it's kind of all changed how I was going to put, well, whatever it was I was going to put, it's changed since we decided to add the fabric and have it overlap. So now I'm thinking, now this is a pocket, that I would glue this piece onto the paper. And then that means it would come out something like this. And then I could wrap it around like this. And do I want to secure it in some way, or do I want to put a portfolio closure here and wrap it around the portfolio closure? I could do that. I could pin it, but I do like the way that looks. Now that's kind of changed some things in my mind. I could use this as a belly band and not glue the picture on the front. I could actually add a few more elements of the fabric and maybe, see how it's got a corner right here? Add this underneath. I'm just holding it so you could see. Add this underneath that piece so it would actually look like this. There's so many different things that you can do with all these beautiful fabrics. They all just, the more I work out with them, the more different ideas I get that come to me that we could use. There's something that's interesting. So I could do that. We could put that flower, remember that flower that we had? we could put the flower here. That would be really interesting, right? Down here we could even put something like that. Or we've got this other piece. I'm not sure, I think it might be too heavy and cover up what I want to not cover up. I don't want to cover up that fabric there. But I do like this. I really like that idea. I'm still just not sure exactly how I want to address this. I could put this down like this. There's still pieces of different color hooked onto these things. Some of the fabric shed a little bit. This, ooh, now I really like that. But then when it comes to the closure, I don't want the closure to do that. So there's just so many things that I have to consider when I make it. Now I could turn it this way and have the closure like that. That would be okay. I'm kind of liking that. I could even put the lace piece on the closure, or pop it down here at the bottom, or leave it off completely, or put it on the side, like maybe something like this, and have the closure be like that. The more you lay things down, the more things will come to you. The more you'll be able to interact with your pieces and let them kind of show you what they want to do. I think this is my favorite. I think it's the color of this that I'm not real keen on. If I coffee dye it, then I think it would definitely be something that I would love. Yeah, I'm going to coffee dye this. I'm going to glue this. It's the closure here that I'm not sure how I'm going to keep it closed. Shall I add maybe even just a clip of some sort right here to clip it closed? But I do love that. So we started off thinking we were going to put this on there, and that's still pretty, but it covers up too much of this that I don't want to cover up, because when I found this and I decided to put that on the cover, it just took me in a whole different direction. So I hope that you've enjoyed this video and that it's shown you that just let the fabric and the pieces take you on an adventure. Oh, you guys, if you've enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up. I invite you to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video. I'll see you there, guys. Bye now.